Yeah, I'm a bit of a fan of Valve's games. I think Valve as developers are probably some of the most innovative and just thought-provoking developers out there in terms of pushing the medium forward and making the medium overall just a more positive experience, whether it be developers being able to get their games out in a lot more of an easier way with Steam, or them bringing on modders and fans that have really interesting ideas to their team so they can produce some really high-quality games. As a fan of Valve's works, it was a bit frustrating for that little 10-year gap that we had where they just weren't releasing anything or updating their games like TF2, which still needs to be updated. But within that time, I think something magical happened. Valve's community basically carried them for an entire decade. The magic of seeing Valve basically ditch a game like TF2 or like Gmod, thanks to Facepunch Studios moving on to a new project, and the community continuing on with pushing mods forward and still having cultural relevance is super awe-inspiring and something that I think needs to be studied or something, because it's legitimately just a really beautiful thing to see. It completely destroys my brain nowadays thinking about someone hopping on Gary's mod for the first time, as someone who probably saw some TikTok of them being chased around by some JPEG of Saul Goodman, compared to what the appeal of the game was back then when I was growing up. It's honestly beautiful to see this cultural impact for generations. As someone who grew up on TF2 and Source games in general, it's really cool to see the next generation, the one that precedes me, to be basically experiencing the same media as I did in my childhood, but with a bit of a different twist to it, of course, because the landscape's changed. Isn't it goddamn insane? People are still playing Gary's mod after all these years. That's a fucking game made on Source based off a mod of some game released in 2004? My god, I bet a lot of these kids don't even know this is a mod of a different game. They're just oh, the gravity gun from Gary's mod with Freddy Fazbear and stuff. That doesn't make me mad or anything. I always see people getting mad at the younger generation coming into a game, but no, you gotta embrace that stuff. You gotta really just love and nurture the fact that there's kids growing up on this, and it's honestly really cool. These kids growing up on Gary's mod and stuff will probably move on to whatever the Source 2 Gary's mod is, and that's just gonna be a whole new generation of people trying out Source Filmmaker and some of the new animation techniques. I'm sure there's plenty, dozens, hundreds of kids just learning Source Filmmaker as it is now, just because TF2 and stuff got them into animation. Don't gatekeep these kids from getting into these old Source games, because they are the future. They are going to be the future of the TF2 community. They're going to be the future of the Gary's mod community. They're going to be the future of the Half-Life community. Who knows, there might be future people employed by Valve to work on the next big multiplayer game. You never know with this community. I think it's beautiful that somewhere out there's probably some kid who, a lot like me, is going to have their entire lives changed by Valve games and the stuff made on the Source engine. They're going to open up a brand new game, whether it be CSGO or Portal or Half-Life, and they'll just open it up, see that off-putting Valve logo, and they hit that start new game button and possibly change their lives forever. These games are timeless, impactful, and strong, and will last for generations to come. And that's the beauty of Valve and the games they create, alongside the community and the legacy it's built for itself. The generation growing up on those old Gmod Dark RP servers. Hell, even the generation that grew up on those old weird Minecraft maps for TF2 while playing arena mode or something. The people messing around with ragdolls and creating these cool stop motion animations. Or the people in Source Filmmaker making brand new experiences that completely use characters in different contexts. The people online making videos like me creating discourse around Valve games like Half-Life or Gary's mod or the intricate lore of TF2. This one goes out to you. Thank you for positively changing my life and the life of others and helping me through dark times and making me laugh with your goofy Gmod videos or some of the awesome discussion around some of the stories within these Valve games. You guys, alongside Valve as a company, have changed the way I've viewed the internet forever. And I look forward to seeing the next generation experience the same kind of thing. Thank you.